So, we get a nice brief summary from Thugger Daily, and I'm just gonna tell y'all something right now. There are times when being right is a bad thing, and there are times when being right is a good thing. I think we can all agree on that, right? So let's just get into it. Something had came about the other day, and I thought it was eloquent, and I wanted to essentially read this stuff for y'all because there was a little discussion about certain things. Of course, we all want to be in the know, but I think this part right here kind of helps it out a little bit. So everybody know I rock with Thugger Daily. Very good. How can I say this in positive? Very good Twitter Twitter page ran, or however you say that. So it's two individuals there, but they do a very, very good job. So let's just get into it. They said this: wanted to make a post to clarify what's at stake for the two remaining defendants in the YSL trial. As a summary, due to their criminal histories, if they're convicted of anything, they will get mandatory maximum sentences and serve every single day of the time they receive. Now let's kind of get into it. In the Superior Court of Fulton County, State of Georgia versus Diamante Kendrick, states notice an aggravation and intent to seek recidivist punishment and notice of intent to impeach defendant with prior convictions. Now here's where it gets interesting. Comes now. The state of Georgia, by and through the undersigned counsel, and provides notice to the defendant as follows. The state provides notice that it intends to present evidence in aggravation of punishment pursuant to OCGA 17-10-2. The state presents notice its intent to seek recidivist punishment pursuant to OCGA 17-10-7A and C. The state presents notice of intent to impeach defendant with prior convictions for felony or any crime involving dishonesty or making false statements pursuant to OCGA 24-6-609. In support of the foregoing, the state hereby notices the defendant of its intention to present evidence of the following conviction: certified conviction for participation in criminal street gang, possession of firearm during a felony, theft by receiving stolen property, conspiracy to commit a crime, violation of the Schedule 1 or 2 felony, fleeing and attempting to elude in the Superior Court of Fulton County, case number 15 SC 140116, certified conviction for felony shoplifting in the Superior Court of Maricopa County, Arizona, case number CR 2015-15069-069-001SC, conviction for a firearms offense in a federal district court of Georgia, case number 115 CR 400-MHC. Prior information included in the GCIC and or NCIC reports provided in discovery this 11th day of July 2022. So then we go to this side right here, where we go to basically the same thing with Shannon Stillwell. And basically they're saying the same thing, but we're just going to go to the in support of the foregoing. The state hereby notices the defendant of its intention to present evidence of the following convictions: certified conviction for participation in criminal street gang activity, burglary, and criminal damage in the Superior Court of Fulton County, case number 10 SC 876620, certified conviction for burglary in the Superior Court of Fulton County, case number 11 SC 98860, certified conviction for possession of marijuana with intent to distribute in the Superior Court of Fulton County, case number 13 SC 121320, certified conviction for possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, criminal use for an altered ID mark, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon in the Superior Court of Fulton County, case number 15 SC 14013-2. Certified conviction for theft by receiving stolen property in Superior Court of Fulton County, case number 11 SC 98722. Certified conviction for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon in the Superior Court of Fulton County, case number 19 SC 173371. Prior information is included in the GCIC or NCIC reports provided in discovery this 11th day of July 2022. So then we kind of get into it, and then it comes out, and he finds out the hard way. Georgia has pretty harsh sentencing rules for repeat offenders. OCGA 17-10-7A. Anyone convicted of a felony who already has a felony on their record automatically receive the maximum sentence. Part of the sentence can still be probation or suspended up to the judge. So, except as otherwise provided in subsection B or B.1 of this code section, any person who, after having been convicted of a felony offense in the state or having been convicted under the laws of any other state or of the United States of a crime which, if committed within the state, would be a felony and sentenced to confinement in a penal institution, commits a felony punishable by confinement in a penal institution, shall be sentenced to undergo the longest period of time prescribed for the punishment of the subsequent offense of which he or she stands convicted, provided that, unless otherwise provided by law, the trial judge may, in his or her discretion, probate or suspend the maximum sentence prescribed for the offense. And then here you go right here. This one is a pretty good read. OCGA 17-10-7C. Anyone who has 3 felonies in their record must serve 100% of any time they are sentenced to no parole. And then this is where it gets Mickey and tricky. Yak and Shannon both fall under A and C, except as otherwise provided in subsection B or B1 of this code section. In subsection B of code section 42-9-45, any person who, after having been convicted under the laws of the state for 3 felonies or having been convicted under the laws of any other state or of the United States of 3 crimes which, if committed within this state, would be felonies, commit a felony within the state shall upon conviction for such 4th offense or for subsequent offenses serve the maximum time provided in the sentence of the judge based upon such conviction and shall not be eligible for parole until the maximum sentence has been served. Well, people got to understand though, probation and parole are 2 complete different things. So it goes on to say, so if convicted, for example, RICO, they will automatically be sentenced to 20 years, but it's up to the judge what portion of that sentence in custody can get 15 years of probation and 5 years in prison. Every single day of those 5 years must be served. However, for any murder conviction, this is obvious, that will automatically be life without parole, which applies to the murder counts. Just wanted to provide clarity so everyone's on the same page. There are no surprises. And we'll leave it at that, and then I'll give my thoughts.
So what I was led to believe in the beginning, it seems that that's the exact same thing that's going on, because parole is when you're getting out of prison. Let's understand. Probation is when you don't go to prison. Parole is after you do your prison sentence. So basically, to summarize it, if Paige Reese Whitaker wants, which I believe she will do anyways, because if not, she'll have to sentence him to the maximum in prison, which is going to be 20 years, and that'll be bad. And all that jail time served and everything like that, that'll basically knock the sentence down to 16 years and 11 months and a couple of days, right? I think it's going to be in the end of like 27 days or something like that. Either way it goes, right? So you have that. And then it's kind of interesting, right? Because I'm seeing in the comments where people are outraged, rightfully so. But I'm from California. Bruh, I grew up knowing about the 3 strikes law. So, yeah, I know that some people don't know about it or people choose not to know about it. It's all up to you. There are I think 23 states, including Illinois and Georgia, I believe, have 3 strikes law. I'll look more into it. I probably will put it at the end of the video. But anyways, yeah, so that's essentially what we have with Mr. Kendrick and Mr. Stillwell. Once again, that's if they're found guilty. We're not hoping that they are found guilty, and we're definitely not hoping that, the state stops pursuing the individuals and that family can actually get some freaking justice, because at the end of the day, murder has no statute of limitations. I'm about to say a very, very messed up word that probably got me demonetized on this video. So yeah, there is no mandatory, basically this. If they're found guilty, it's going to be bad because they both have 3 felony offenses. So if she doesn't serve on probation, they're going to serve 20 years. And that's just the harsh facts. And we'll see how it goes. Now, there are, and I hate to address this, I really don't want to address this. There's I don't want to say dilemma, but as best as I can say is there's certain things that are that have entered into the Twitter sphere of insensitivity and the racism word and stuff like that and everything. And I would caution everybody, right? Whether you believe somebody is doing this for the betterment of just the people in general, or the grifters, or whatever the case may be. And I'm only saying this from my experience, so I'm not telling anybody else your experience is invalid no matter what race or creed or gender you are. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm simply saying is this. We have gotten to a point in this sphere of the Young Thug / YSL sphere where if you have something to say, just say it and then deal with the repercussions afterwards. If people are so, and this isn't a shot at anybody, this is just human nature. If you are so blind to certain things, then stay blind to the comments. Stay blind to everything. Do not engage. If that's how you are doing things. If you are culturally unaware, then so be it, and rock with it that way. There are too many times where I've seen other individuals from outside countries say stuff, and me being me, I'm like, whoa, what the hell? But then again, they're not from the culture, so they don't understand anything what's going on. So I would tell every single person who is in disagreement mode right now, if you can, add a little grace and a little understanding. And I know that some people are like, nah, they should understand this and understand that and everything. But I would just caution a whole bevy of people that if you are walking around and you're saying, I'm right about these things, and you should be aware of this, it's the way in which you handle things that can attract or detract people away from you. And that just goes for everybody on any side of anything and disagreements that you may have. And I'm a learning person, so I'm not perfect, and I'm probably not the best person to give out this bit of sagacity. But what I would say is this. The same grace that we want, unfortunately or fortunately, you have to give. Now, some people can say, well, they were wrong from the inception and all that. If that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. I can't say anything about it. That's just how you feel, and I understand that because you're saying they were wrong from the jump. But if you can, take a person at face value, because we don't know these people. Like I said, when Viverito name got switched to Burrito from, it seemed, thousands of people, I didn't like it. I personally didn't, so I said I won't indulge with it. I won't be calling this lady out of her name and calling her something like that because I'm from California. So that was my whole understanding. And anybody who disagreed, they were allowed to disagree and keep calling her whatever they want to. But one thing I was not going to do, I wasn't going to call her that. So it's just little tidbits like that. And we do have to understand that some of these individuals in this case on the prosecution side are responsible for death. Flat out. They're responsible for torturing people. They're responsible for the worst atrocities against a human being that you can have. And it seems as though they walk around with no stains or anything. It seems as though it's not affecting them. They haven't changed. They haven't did better. They hadn't sought to do better. It seems as though they're on the same freaking path of destruction and of heartache and of hurting individuals. And that just seems to be their whole entire thing. And what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to drop a video. And I think you guys will like this video because somebody posted something yesterday more in depth about a video I had did. And it seems they're incentivized to keep on doing this BS. So there is zero recourse for the BS that they get. If anything, if you are the human shield and you're cannon fodder for the DA's office, whether it's Paul Howard or Fonnie Willis, which all looks the same right about now, it seems like you'll be rewarded. But we'll jump into that a little bit more tomorrow. But hey, man, I'm on vacation, but I don't never take a day off with the Visionaries, man. I appreciate you all for tuning in. And let me say something before I play this outro video. You do not have to be a member in order to win that Xbox or that PlayStation. You don't have to be a member at all. You don't. It's not true. It's just if you are a member, you're automatically in the drawing. But what do you do if you're not a member? Comment on every video. We're going to have a bunch of videos. YouTube will allow me. That's why when you see the video at the end where it says 100+ comments, That's how we know. That's how we know. And then I click on the profile and I get to search certain things that y'all don't get to search, like my name. So I see if you shared it, like on Twitter, on Instagram, on, well, not Instagram, but on Facebook, like those things. All I had to do was search my name and it shows me right there. If certain things match up, you're A-OK. But share to keep your people aware, subscribe, turn on the bell, stay notified. And I'm going to let the outro run so I can show y'all that. Yeah, man, we just hit 200K. We on our way to 300, man. Subscribe today so you can find out how you can win an Xbox or a PlayStation, man. The details are on the way.
This is how you know somebody is literally going to be in the drawing. Robin Minter, check him out, man. All we do is go down and we look and we see his subscriptions. Who does he have? He has Seti Nash right here. What also happens, take that off. Top commenter. That right here, public subscriber. So that's what you got to do, and make sure you share each video, and then you'll be entered to win. Shout out to Mike. Good luck.
Subscribe, turn that bell, stay notified, and share to keep your people aware. I'll catch you on the next one.